My name remains Efe West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time watching me on this channel, you are highly welcome. This is the place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstition, and the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about the self-immolation of Aaron Bushnell. This is the American Air Force soldier that recently committed suicide by self-immolation in front of the Israel embassy in Washington. And I would like to discuss this issue today. Let's examine some implications of this act and why did he do it? Why did he do what he did? But before then, I want us to do our customary libation to our African ancestors and gods, goddesses, and spirits. So please, if you would like to join me, if you have any of this kind of liquor, whiskey, wine, akpeteshi, ogogoro, sapele, water, ogus, jedi, or fruit juice, soft drink, anything that you drink, anything that suits your ganja, water, okay? There's a parable that they say, juju, quiet, not mean say make the servant with water, but some people they use water shower, it not mean water is life. Okay, it depends on the kind of deity. But in the place that I live, in this Niger Delta area, we don't use water to serve our deities. All our deities now hot drink that they drink. Oh. There are some school of thought, some people that say no, we should not use spirit or alcohol to do libation. We should only use water. Everybody, each to his own query. They say all mala to his own kettle. So this is not the one we do for here. And I have come to realize that there's a particular quality, energetic and spiritual component in this alcohol that is very powerful and makes it very important and good for libation. It actually draws the spirit, draws the deities into the presence. And we giving them this alcohol actually empowers them to actually manifest and be able to do some things in this physical world. So I prefer alcohol. If I don't have alcohol, I use water, any liquid that is available. But if I have this one, this is what I usually use. Besides, we need to do something to something. So if you have your own now, start with me. And I will call upon Eshu, opener of the way. Papa Legba, Elegbara, come and open the gateway to wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and everything good for us, long life, prosperity. Open our heart to the truth. Give us understanding of whatever we are learning here on this channel. We give you your drink today. I will call Oshun, goddess of infertility, prosperity, wealth, love, creativity, everything good, procreation. Give us life, give us strength, bring happiness into our life. Let our life be flowing the way the rivers flow. Let prosperity, love, good things, everything flow into our life, flow into Africa, flow into our family. Let us continue to grow from strength to strength. And we thank you today. Receive your drink. It's I will call upon Shango, God of thunder. It's Ogun, God of iron. It's Azazel, Aziza, Azaka, Osinye, God of the forest, God of nature. I call upon the elemental spirits of our forefathers' lands, great people that have stand for us in the time past, or our Kemetic brothers and sisters, Ampu, Anubis, Jehuti, Tehuti, Sekhmet, I call upon Best, Ologbushere, the Black Panther, great ancient spirits of our land, great ancient spirits of the Serengeti Desert, great ancient spirits of the Sahara Desert, our brothers and sisters in other parts of the planet, people that are living in America, we have not forgotten people that are living in Canada, it's people that are living in Europe, it's people that are living in Australia, it's every part of the world. It's we greet now all those people that have contributed to the struggle to fight for peace and freedom for Africa. People like Malcolm X, it's Marcus Garvey, it's Martin Luther King, it's Thomas Sankara, it's Julius Nyerere, it's Nelson Mandela, it's Fela Nicola Kokuti, it's Majek Pachek, it's all freedom fighters that have genuine cause to fight for freedom. We greet you today. We thank you. Our fathers of our land, great ancestors of Urhobo, of Benin, ancient Benin Empire, is ancient Ife Empire, is ancient Nok Empire, is ancient Kushat Empire, is we ask for wisdom, we ask for guidance, we ask for the ability to be able to stand on our feet, to be able to bring progress, development, understanding, unity, and love among our people all over the world. We ask this in the name of Amen-Ra. We ask this in the name of Ogene. We ask this in the name of Olodumare. We ask this in the name of Amadioha. We ask this in the name of all our powerful deities, deities of nature, elemental spirits of eternity, above and beyond. We ask for your guidance. We ask for your strength. And we remember all those our fallen heroes today. We give them this drink, we give them life. We have blood of the ancestors to speak for us. Blood of people that have died fighting for freedom. Every true freedom fighter, everybody that stand up for justice all over the world. We give them this drink today, now, forevermore. It's, I also drink my own too. So, so we do one. Now that this is out of the way, we can begin to discuss today. Okay, so the topic I want to talk about today is something that actually happened on Sunday, just on the 25th of February, and I learned about it yesterday because I was surprised. The video was sent into our group. It is a video of an American soldier, an airman. It's called himself an Aaron Bushnell, 25 years old man. Apparently committed this suicide on the 25th of February. This is an American soldier, and he apparently got tired of the way the Palestinians being treated in Palestine with respect to this Israel-Gaza war that is ongoing, currently ongoing, that started this October 7th last year. And this man, this young man, he is a sort of a person that is actually involved. He kind of work in the signal intelligence unit of the Air Force, and he sort of been monitoring what is going on. And he got tired of it, and he didn't know what to do. So he felt that the best way to be able to make a statement is to protest. He called it an extreme form of protest. And he took some flammable liquid and walked straight to the Israeli embassy in Washington on Sunday, 25th of February, and lit himself on fire, dosed himself with the liquid and lit himself, and he burnt himself to death. So the video is on the internet. I have watched the video, but I can't put it here due to YouTube policy on deaths and those kind of things. But you can easily see the video on the internet of this young man burning himself to death. So I want us to talk about it today because it's something that is very serious. For somebody to take this pain, to go through this level of trying to commit suicide, not that he even shot himself, which is much more painless. He didn't shot himself, he didn't hang, he actually set himself on fire, meaning he has been carrying this pain, serious pain, that he felt that what he's even doing is nothing compared to the suffering he has witnessed. And this man apparently, before he died, he discussed this issue with his friends, and he asked them many questions. Asked them many questions like, what are you going to do, or if your country is committing genocide? And the answer I got is that you are doing exactly that right now. And this young man was raised in a Christian home, a community of Christ, in a closely knit religious compound. And at an early age, he got into the military. You know the way these American white Christians are raised, in a way, in this religious way, to feel that they are superior, their God is the most powerful God, everything. This guy actually kind of have no exposure to any other kind of spiritual system. This is where I'm going with this. He was raised from birth to adulthood in Christianity. If you read his history, I've been trying to study everything about since I saw this video. I've went online trying to gather every information about this young man in order to know why he did what he did, because it's not easy to do such a thing. Even me, I don't know if I can be able to have this courage to do this kind of thing. So we have to give credit to this guy. And I discovered that he was raised in a closely tight, knitted Christian home. But despite all the propaganda of religion, he was able to see through the BS of the Christian religion. He was able to see through the bullshit of his governments that his government is hypocritical. His government is supporting genocide. His government is a mass murdering terrorist government. He was able to see all these things, and he could not take it. He could not take it. He just wanted to do something. What we see here is another expression of Edward Snowden. Edward Snowden was the same. He was working in American intelligence, NSA. He has access to all the surveillance intelligence, all their top-notch surveillance equipment. They have access to it, and he saw what his government was doing. His conscience was pricked. He could not take it. Say something has to be done. He spilled the beans. He ran away. Now he cannot go back. He was declared. They was accused of treason, enemy of state, and now he's spending his time in Russia. He's not going to come back to America. He's going to go to life imprisonment if they don't even kill him. This man, this Aaron Bushnell, is another Edward Snowden. The only difference is that he decided to take his life to make the statements. He did not come out to whistle blow. He have seen that it will not make any effects, because apparently there have been other whistleblowers in the past, and nothing happened. We have Chelsea Manning, Edward Snowden. We have the other guy from Australia, Julius Assange, that came out to expose the evils of the American governments. And until now, to date, nothing happens. Julius Assange is still in prison right now. We don't know when he will face trial. Probably he will die in prison. So he has seen all these things. If I come out this way, I'll probably end like one or two of these people. And he thinks this is the best way for him, is to actually go to the Israeli embassy, wear his full military camouflage, and actually set himself on fire. And this is exactly what it is. So what does this tell us now? What are the implications for people in Africa, African spirituality? Same thing we have been talking here about the crimes, the oppression of the American government. What this means is that despite all the lies, all the propaganda they are trying to spew in the news, give us the impression that they are actually saving the world. They are actually doing the opposite. And there's proof that a lot of white people know about this evil, but they are trapped in it. They can't really do anything about it. So I'm even wondering that this is obvious for everybody to see. You don't need to be a spiritualist. You don't even need to be a genius to know what is going on in the world. If you are sharp, you have average intelligence, you should be able to know the players, the people that are doing evil, the people that are pretending. You should be able to know all these things. So sometimes it shocks me when I see some people pretending that everything is okay. The American government is actually a savior. Jesus and the religion is actually a good religion. Everything is fine. It is we that is the problem, that is not actually listening to them. You will see people coming out like this every day. When I post videos here, people will come here to be accusing me of racism, of hate, of this or that. But all these are things you can see on the news, if you have been studying history, not even ancient history, at least for the last 20 years, you should be able to know who are the people that are controlling the world, the kind of policies these people are making. You should be able to see that racism is something that was created, systemic discrimination, the oppression of Africa, people that have their resources are being stolen, how the Western world is using IMF and World Bank to continue to impoverish our people, how our politicians are corrupt, how people are lying, NATO is lying to invade other people's countries, invasion of Iraq, invasion of Syria, invasion of Libya, invasion of everywhere that Afghanistan. You should be able to be seeing all these things now, even now Russia. And now we have Gaza war and the Palestinians and the Israelites. We are seeing this thing. We know that it's not the Israelites that own that land. It is the Palestine, that the Palestine are being oppressed. I don't know why some people cannot just see all this. It's crystal clear. You don't need to be a native doctor or a genius, or it's not rocket science. This man saw everything. He's even involved in the fight, and he claims in his statement, according to the Sun and New York Post, that he has knowledge that U.S. troops are actually fighting and killing Palestinians in Gaza, in the Gaza tunnels, that there are U.S. special forces inside Israel, inside Palestine, killing Palestinians, committing this genocide. He knew something. He's working in intelligence. He had access to classified information. He could not bear this. So I cannot be here and my country is committing genocide against innocent people, killing them every day, every day. I am also a part of it. He see this. He say, no, I can no longer be a part. I cannot live in this kind of country. I cannot live in my life anymore. What are we doing here? We are doing the opposite of what we are supposed to be doing. He see this. His conscience could not take it. He did the protest. He died. Now we are talking about him. Of course, we need to talk about him. Some people will say he's a hero. Some people will say he's a traitor. Some people will say he's stupid. Now, what the official narrative is that he's insane. They are investigating a substance abuse that he had not correct. I don't see anything wrong with this young man. They are trying to claim that he's mad, he's insane. He might have been maybe radicalized or sensitized by negative propaganda. But there's nothing wrong with this. Is a sane young man. There's nothing wrong. It is the people that are doing the killing and the genocide that are insane. Those are the real evil people, not this young man. This young man, what he did to me is a very heroic act. And he did not say, okay, my country is doing this, I will go and put bomb in myself to blow somebody off. He didn't go and kill anybody. He didn't commit any act of terrorism. He did not even destroy any public property. He didn't take anybody hostage. He did not do any of those kind of acts that some people will want to do. Okay, America is doing, I'm going to attack America, I'm going to go and do a terrorist act. He didn't do that. He simply set himself on fire. He didn't harm anybody. He didn't harm anybody. He didn't hold anybody hostage. He could just protest in front of his Israeli embassy. So I think I didn't see anything wrong. If in my book, he did a heroic act, he went out his own way and he made a statement. Based on what he did, people are not talking about him. He's not trending on the internet, and people will talk about him for a long time as one of the people that stand up against this genocide that is currently happening in Palestine. It is a genocide. We need to call it spade a spade. South Africa has taken Israel to the International Court of Justice. There have been no resolution up till now. Israel is still killing people, killing Palestinians every day. This is genocide we are actually witnessing. So the same question I will ask now, the same question that Aaron Bushnell asks of blessed memory, may his soul, or I don't know how we say his soul, but people like this, their soul should not wrestle. I believe he stood for justice. He stood for the right thing. And I believe we have a spiritual elevation. So this guy, for me, I see him as a hero. For somebody that stands for truth and use his life, sacrificing life to uphold what he believes in. He's actually stood for something that is noble. So I see this man as somebody that is almost worthy, if not worthy, of emulation to that extent. I see him as a saint. In my book, this man is a saint too. And I pray that it will only grow from strength to strength. His spirit will be elevated into an ascended master race. Watch this, going to hear this news, and something's going to click in their brain that we want to know, why did this young thing raised up? I've never seen poverty, suffering the way many of us have seen. I've never witnessed pain. I've never witnessed any kind of oppression. Have full white privilege. Probably has complete health insurance, life insurance. He has all the things that white people have. He commits suicide. All those things mean nothing to him. All his wealth, his privilege mean nothing to him if justice is not done. A lot of white people will say, why did this guy that have everything choose to die? And maybe something will click in their memory that something is really wrong with their governments. This man is not an outsider. He's an Air Force person, probably a pilot, a signal specialist, somebody that he has a bright future in the army. But he chose to die this way. Why did he do it? Is he insane? Is he on drugs? What led him to do this? He explained everything. He was not on drugs. He was not insane. He did it because of the perceived injustice he was witnessing his country's politicians committing, and he could not take it anymore. So there's no need for any further investigation. He wrote everything, he discussed everything, he's perfectly fine, he's sane. He's not on any drugs. It doesn't look like he's on drugs to me. So he did this with full intention. So I don't see anything wrong with what he did. And I think this should be a kind of wake-up call for American governments, all the US soldiers, everybody around the world, not only white people, including African people. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Choose something to stand for truth, stand for justice. This guy, I will consider him my black people in Africa, in Nigeria, that are selling us out every day. All these pastor, redeem, winners, believers love world, man, all of them are traitors. I see them as traitors to Africa. But this young man is a friend to Africa. This man is a brother. For this kind of thing he did, I know a lot of African people cannot do this thing. This person is one of the few white people that we have in this world. But he should not have killed himself. But for him, this is the only way to draw attention to the issue. He's a good man. He's a good man. He's better than many of us. I have to say this. It's not a matter of race. When you see somebody did something good, you know. When Edward Snowden is also a good person too. We have some good people, good white people too in the world. Not all of them are bad. Okay? Not all of them. There are some of them that are powerless. There are some of them that are confused. There are some of them that are also victims of their own system. So we need to try to be reaching out to people, genuine white people. And when we see something that is good, we need to also talk about it. When we see heroic act like this, we need to also support it too. Okay? So Aaron Bushnell, may you rest in peace, and may your spirits ascend into the highest glory. And may you come back as a better person. May your death not be in vain. May it be something that we trigger, that we put impetus to end this violence, this unwanted killing of innocent people by the American government. May it be something that will spark that change, that justice that we are all praying for in this earth. So may your death not be in vain. Okay? So this is my take on this issue. I don't see any other thing to say about it. If you have something to say, you can add. So the story is there. And I noticed that a lot of mainstream media have refused to cover the story because they don't want people to know. This will bring issue and it will bring debates on what is America really doing in Israel? Are there really American troops killing Palestinians, killing Hamas people? Are there really American soldiers fighting this war? It will bring investigation into this issue. So I believe that mainstream media is hiding this issue from coming out. So I decided to add my voice to it so that people will know that this kind of thing happen. Oh. The difference is that it's an American soldier. He has intelligence on this very issue, and he's white. Okay, so we not say that he's an Arab American, he's a black American, he's prejudiced. It's one of the people who say, when you see him, you say this is the Caucasian people. It's one of their children. So what this proves is that some of them are seeing these things, and they really want sincere change. And it's a good thing. If the Caucasian race will be able to change and trace their footsteps back, there will be peace in this world, because so far the people that are causing problems are from this racial extraction. They are the people that are having this. The only race that is wanting to dominate everybody is the Caucasian race, not any other race. So if any peace, they say charity begins at home. If there's going to be any peace in this planet, it has to start with them. It needs to start with them. Black people is not the problem. Asian people is not the problem. The problem is these Caucasian people, the white supremacy people among them. So this is my take on this issue. So I believe I have said enough, and questions or comments are welcome. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell close to the subscribe button. And if you want to learn African spirituality, I teach it. This is a subject that is very, very difficult to teach, and it's a very, very secretive and complicated subject, for the mere fact that African spirituality is power. African history is the hidden history of the world that the Western world is hiding from everybody, that they don't want anybody to know, because they claim that they created civilization, that everything started with them. But when you go into African history, you discover that the Western world, they are lying. Everything started from Africa. So it's like an oxymoron for them to be claiming that everything started with them, whereby they are also talking about the origin of everything from Africa. They have to choose one narrative. Their narrative is that civilization started in Europe, in Greeks. Where the Greeks got their knowledge from, they got everything from Africa. So what they have to do is to hide African history. That's why they don't teach it in school. In fact, the foundation of Western secret societies is to hide African history and only teach it to their elitist children. This is the reason for the forming of secret societies like Freemason, Klein Templars, Rosicrucian, Skulls and Bones, and the rest. What they teach in those secret societies is African history and spirituality. And this is what I teach. Okay? So if you really want to know the things that they are hiding from you, I teach you to. It's not that expensive. If you want to empower yourself, you want to liberate yourself, you want to know what is going on in the world, this is the right place to be. If you want to know about origin of modern science, this is my book, Quantum Physics and African Spirituality. This book traces the origin of modern science from Africa with a lot of scientific, etymological, historical evidence. Evidence you can take to the lab. It has scientific validity. Evidence you can use in a court of law. They have scientific validity, have academic validity, and it's a very powerful book. This book is like a time capsule into the past, present, and future. This is the first book written on quantum physics in the history of Nigeria. So if you want to know about this subject from a pure Afrocentric perspective, without all the big grammar, formulas, and complications, you're easy to understand, the most easiest book on quantum physics, this is it. It is just 50 USD. I sell it. Then if you want to know how to do spells, African spells, ancient authentic African spells, how to mix herbs, how to do all kind of potions, different things that will empower you. You don't want to pass through any middleman. This book is for you walking in the shadow of the gods. I'm the only one that is selling it to. It's not on Amazon or anywhere. You will never get it anywhere else. It's just 100 USD. You will have access to 200 spells in your fingertip. And you'll be glad you did. There is still something for everybody. There is the one for love, prosperity, health, wealth. Everything you need is here. Okay? It's not only for spiritualists, people that are medical doctors, people that are working in labs. I have these herbs with all the botanical names. People that are into aromatherapy, homeopathy, any kind of stuff, it is here. Okay, so please get this book for me. The two of them is just 200 USD, and you have this access to this knowledge. Then if you want to do your spell packs, love spell, hexes, oracle, tarot readings, I do all these things. Okay, you can contact me under this channel, and you'll be glad you did. If you also want to buy spiritual products, oils, meditation beads, herbs, perfumes, I have lots of them for sale. Okay, apart from that, I wish you a very wonderful day, and I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.